So this thing yells at you, goes, "Ah!"
What is that?
Holy shit!
Michael, how are you? And he kind of
Wes-
he sets you back down.
Wes, as he's getting
dogs!
set down, says, "Have you ever considered Crest's dental teeth whitening?"
He kind of chuckles at you, goes, only in my dreams.
The following is a Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Names, characters, businesses, places, and incidents are either products of the Dungeon Master's imagination or used in a fictitious manner. Any resemblance to actual persons living or dead, or any actual events, are purely coincidental. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode. You might be wondering how we got here.
Did somebody forget to give Grandpa his meds?
Goblins, you rapscallions. I'll show you to eat the last bowl of a man's gruel. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you fully fledged members of SWAT. We are the Society of the Weird and Terrifying. We are Gaia's first defense against the evils of Fayton, and Phaeton's only defense against the terrors of the Outland. Our society, although secretive in nature, is aligned with many of the major realtors that supply our teams with equipment necessary for their assignments. What has been coined the SWAT shop can be found at almost any realtor here on Gaia or
I don't
in
like
Phaeton.
that name.
Psst. Psst. These orientations can be quite, how do I say this delicately? Well, boring. Let me take you and your companions on a real tour of SWAT. But when Phaeton broke off from Gaia, it created this process loop that let Phaeton feed off the same energy that feeds the Outlands. But that energy created the Outlands, and that energy is stories. Humans, when they tell stories, their stories go to the Outlands, and the more stories that they tell, or the same iterations of that they tell, the stronger their stories get, and eventually they can produce creatures or monstrosities. And now many people who ally themselves with these Outlanders have to be taken into custody, and this prison goes farther than you can see. It actually kind of it goes down, and eventually it just kind of turns into there's this like mist. You see this other person, and it's the biggest like screen with these, and it's this humanoid person. You can't really tell who they are because they have this big purple cloak covering their face, and they have like a large black hood covering their head, but underneath it says the Reaper. And let me tell you, the numbers underneath it, there's 7 of them. They haven't attacked any villages, or haven't destroyed any towns, or tried to make Fayton known to any humans. They've only attacked our organization. And on this tapestry, you see these 5 creatures. You see a tiefling, a half-orc, a small halfling, an elf, and a human. Hello, my name is Llama, and I am the story chronological here. Wes, do you remember our journeys to Fayton?
How could I not?
Oh man, I love this part. Wes, even though you've been through here a handful of times, the beauty always makes your heart swell. Do it. You are grabbed by your legs and yanked up by this giant ogre, and he roars in his face. He goes over to Michael and kind of picks him up and gives him a bear hug. Michael goes, Blurog, how are you doing? Thank you, Blurog, on iTunes. I think that's how you say it, Blurog? I don't know. Blurog, how are you doing?
Name.
And Blurog, this huge ogre goes, I'm doing quite well, Michael, thank you. What are you doing here in Phaeton? What can I do for you? Michael goes, I'm showing these new initiates around. I decided to show them Phaeton a little bit earlier than their compatriots would. And the ogre man goes, Phaeton, it's a beautiful place. Very dangerous, though. Don't come here by yourselves, especially you. And he kind of sniffs at you and at you, Cash, and you, Julie, and he goes, especially you, untalented ones.
Oh, okay. All right. Well.
And Michael kind of gives an uneasy smile. He goes, yes. Well, would you like to show these young people around, Blurog? And he kind of chuckles and he goes, yes, of course. I would love to. And he begins walking away. And do you guys follow?
Yeah, but I'm gonna turn to Julie and just sarcastically be like, "Oh, I wonder if I'm talented enough to follow directions." I don't know.
I'm
you guys-
going to smile at that.
I did it.
Got him. He begins to lumber away, and you guys follow. And you guys just kind of take in the serenity of Fayton. You actually you walk up to a marketplace, and you see a variety of creatures. You see dragonborns. You see dwarves. You see you even see a couple of fairies. Some of the larger ones kind of milling about. And he goes, "This is our market. It's nothing crazy here, but if you ever want to pawn a few items, we love stuff from Gaia, let me tell you." And you can see a table over, and there's a whole bunch of old electronics from like the early 2000s.
If only someone had like an extra shoe that they could.
Son of a bitch!
Yeah, he motions over to a table, and you see this stand with like old iPod Nanos and like old iPod Touches and like
Is there a
MP3
Zune?
players. There's a Zune.
Oh, fuck.
You see one of those. I don't know if you guys had this as kids, but one of those like those moving projectors, like nightlight things, where it like shows different fish swimming around. And there's another one with like NASCAR. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I had one of those as a kid. Yeah, you see
Oh,
one
she
of those
sucks.
kind of. You don't know how it's being powered. But yeah, you see that going around. And he goes, yeah, we love stuff from Gaia here. I particularly love the Apple stuff myself. But it does get a little bit wonky over here. We have a couple technical problems getting connections and whatnot.
PCs are better.
He
Apple fanboys.
he doesn't really pay that much mind, but he goes, yeah, Fayton is a beautiful place, but be wary of
It
some of
sure
the other
is.
planes. He motions over to this cartographer who's you see these beautifully drawn intricate maps, and you see this world of different things and configurations. You see essentially what is the Dungeons and Dragons map. You see like the different planes. You see one of like mountainous regions. You see where the mountain meets the water. You see swamp areas intricately drawn with different bouldering giants, and in the water region you see these sea dragons and these different huge. You see some of the actually prehistoric like water animals. The what's that movie that just came out? Not just came out. It's been a while actually. But with the big shark.
The Meg?
Megalodon.
The
Yeah, you
Megalodon?
see like
The Meg?
megalodons like drawn in this area, in a
Big
specific
nope.
area. You see like this long stretch of ice. You also see like a place that is just drawn with these floating structures on these different spires, kind of mountains that turn into just air, and some of these structures are actually floating. And then you see essentially a sea of fire, molten magma and volcano, kind of different things like that. You also see a small city. It's called the City of Brass Tacks. You see like a lot of these like humanoid mechanical things working out. And yeah, you just see these beautifully intricately drawn maps. And he goes, yeah, that's fate. I don't know why I gave him an accent. That's Fayton right there. It's a beautiful place. I love living here, let me tell you. Food aplenty, market's great.
Well, where
We're
else
really
could you
enjoying
live?
ourselves. Good point. Couldn't really live on Gaia. But nevertheless,
have you
love
ever
it here.
been?
Only a handful of times. We can apply for, what do you guys call them?
Visa? A
Visas,
visa?
yeah, that's it. We can apply for visas through SWAT and come see the sights. It's a little bit harder for me, and he kind of motions to his large size to find purchase, fit in, as they would say. But
Oh, don't worry, buddy. I'm sure you'll find your place.
I
You
prefer
just gotta
it
keep
here.
looking.
But I did get
Have
to
you
see
tried
New York
role-playing
once.
games?
Uh,
Maybe that.
that's a little bit meta. But yeah, he shows you the marketplace. He shows you different things. He lets you the cartographer actually kind of motions you guys over and shows you this like beautifully intricately drawn map of the this like very heavily forested area. And he goes, this is only 20 gold pieces. If you'd like to buy it, only 20 gold.
Don't have any. I'm gonna look to Michael. What's the exchange rate here?
It's kind of wonky actually. It differs place to place. They don't typically take cash here. You can exchange all your currencies at SWAT for gold pieces. We do have a pretty large stack of gold. I'll show you guys that later.
I wish you had told us before.
Yeah, don't worry. You guys can come to this area almost whenever you want. Just be careful. After all, it is Fayton. But yeah, you guys take anything you guys want to see while you're here. There's like a forested area that you guys kind of stroll through for a little bit. Anything else you guys want to kind of?
So the market that we're in, is there any like fresh like produce?
Yeah, you see these like strange fruits. You see
Yes!
this one fruit that's kind of it's spiked on the top, but on the bottom it's kind of this fleshy kind of pink, kind of almost like a grapefruit, but you kind of take a sniff of it and it's very, very sweet.
Ooh, I'm in. Hey, Michael.
He goes, yeah.
Hey,
What's up?
could you spot me whatever this fruit is, and I'll pay you back?
He goes, oh, that's no problem. Let me check that real quick. Oh, you. I don't think you can eat this. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
I think it would kill you, probably.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, it would most definitely kill you. He kind of puts it back on the table. Once you're acquainted? What the?
Michael, are you okay?
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. It's been
stroke.
a long day. We had a long council meeting before you guys showed up, and then I had to battle you guys. You guys did great, by the way. I'm still proud of you. Oof.
Thanks, Dad. It's all I've ever wanted.
He goes, once you've had your tastes around Fayton, you might be able to enjoy some of the more heavier fruits and vegetables, but for now, I would avoid it.
Alright, okay, alright. Honestly, thanks for the warning, because I probably would have eaten that entire thing, and then
Yeah,
we would have
it
had one
definitely
less
would've-
investigation team member.
Yeah, it would have definitely killed you, and you would
New
have been
character.
short a member, and we would have had to replace you on the podcast.
Hey,
Already.
hey. Alright, well, bye guys, it's been nice. I died because of eating dumb fruit.
But yeah, you guys walk through the forest again and back to the portal. It's the same setup on the other side. This kind of ring of, it's on this side. It's actually a ring of on the Earth side. It was like this ring of steel. On this side, it's like this ring of stone. But you guys walk through it. And Michael goes, all right, well, it's about time I send you back with your compatriots of orientation. They're probably getting to their item selection. You guys you walk back through the SWAT areas. You walk through he actually takes a second and walks you past the vault, and he looks at this this kind of short it's a halfling, this short person, kind of bigger, on the bigger side, portly, one would say, but very small. Michael goes, could you show these guys? I don't need any exchange, but they haven't seen the vault yet. Would you mind showing them? And the halfling guy goes, oh yeah, of course. Let me open this for you, Mr. Michael. And he opens.
You like well known around here? I say to Michael.
Oh yes. I don't know if you. I'm not going to sit here and brag, but I'm also not going to sit here and lie to you. I am on the council. We are the leading members of SWAT. We are the main judiciary committee.
I think I forgot about that. Sorry, man.
Oh yeah, no problem. I enjoy
It's a
what I
lot
do
to take
here.
in. You feel me?
Yeah, the halfling kind of opens this vault door, and you guys see so much gold. Like Scrooge McDuck level, just
That
a
for us.
huge vault of gold. And the halfling guy goes,
Wes starts walking forward. He's like, I'm gonna dive into it.
the halfling guy goes, now I wouldn't touch, don't touch anything. I'm responsible for counting all these at the end of the day.
Every day.
Every day.
Oh man.
don't worry, I have different tools for that. But
How's your union?
I'd say I get good rates. I get an hour lunch break every day. I get
That's
to
pretty
watch my
good,
tunes.
actually.
The break room's actually very nice. And he goes, now I would also not jump in that because it is gold. It is not soft. It will kill you. Probably if you do a head first kind of dive in. And you guys are about 10 feet above this thing, kind of elevated.
So,
you
like,
guys just
diving
see
board
spooling
height
off
is
the
what
wall.
you're
Yeah.
telling me.
Yeah.
You
But
bastard.
there's a railing in front of you. But he goes, I would not recommend jumping into this. We actually had a inductee actually break his arm a few hours ago. So
Oh.
had to rush him
Somebody
off to
beat us to it. It's not original. Forget it. We're over.
But yeah, you guys exit the vault and he shuts it behind you and it locks with an audible click, like a ka-chunk.
It's not a click, that's a ka-chunk.
Well, it's a click ka-chunk.
Okay.
It goes click and then ka-chunk. You think there's the safety measures involved in the vault. It's a lot of gold after all. So Michael walks you guys by and he goes, you probably would have been told this during your orientation, so I'll tell you guys now. You guys are investigations, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys will be responsible for, you guys saw those bounties in there. You'll be doing all the reconnaissance necessary for that, as well as for any diplomatic reasons. You guys might take a couple groups to do a diplomatic trade of some kind, make sure it's safe there. Generally, security where it requires a lot of investigation or knowledge or understanding of an area. So you guys will be learning a lot in these next couple weeks while working for SWAT.
Word.
Okay.
Also, I guess I probably should discuss your pay. You guys will be paid per job, but also you'll have a stipend for housing, living, any necessary tools you'll need for the trip, etc. We'll mostly supply you if it's anything very specific we'll need, but if you want a trinket or something, that'll come out of your pay.
Just no weird fruit.
You can buy all the weird fruit you want. I just wouldn't recommend eating it because it might kill you probably.
I lesson learned.
I'm gonna
Don't listen
say
to this
quietly
guy,
to Cash,
Cash.
just put it under your food budget. They'll never know.
Oh my god, you're a fucking genius.
You guys walk down and you guys actually join up with the orientation group, and you see the dwarf woman. I don't know if I told you guys that she's a dwarf. She's
Scarlet?
yeah, Scarlet. She's a dwarf. And she goes, now you all will be given your items. Fate is a big part of how we assign your teams, and well, this is Fayton teamwork, I guess. And she kind of nods to herself. And she goes,
Is that a
Now-
pun?
a little bit. And she actually kind of notices you guys for the first time, and she kind of looks at herself, or like kind of looks in the air, and like you see those like that numbers mean face kind of happening where she does the math. Like, were these
They're
guys
wearing
did these
different
guys leave at some
clothes.
point?
Don't you remember? I was definitely here.
She actually looks and sees Michael kind of behind you guys, and she says, "Oh, Council Member Michael, would you like to join our thing? We're about to do the assignments of the chosen items." And Michael kind of looks at you guys and nods and kind of walks in front of it and kind of looks a little bit more official. Kind of walks with a little bit more more of a
Gusto.
head gusto. And he walks to the front, and the woman goes, "Now we will assign you your items. A lot of these items actually come from the world of the Outlands, but don't worry, they are, well, they're fine for using. We've made sure of that." And you all walk up to this array. Actually, she opens the door. You guys are standing in front of this door, and you guys see just an array of different items all over the place. Kind of on these little, those like little pedestals with the domes over them. And she goes,
it's a cloche, yeah.
yeah. She goes, walk in and find whatever item seems to fit your need. Don't worry, a lot of these items are going to call to you, so just walk around and feel it out. So yeah, you guys walk in, and what do you guys do? First thing.
I'm gonna walk around.
Yeah, you guys see like a
yeah.
whole bunch of weird items. You see like one of you guys see like the stone eye kind of floating in the middle, and it kind of looks at you guys as you walk by.
Nah.
You guys
I'm not into it.
Yeah, you guys walk by. You see like a whole bunch of daggers and knives and swords. You see a couple of guns. Actually, you see this like really colorful, weird gun. You actually see the gun, like a proton pack looking thing from like Ghostbusters. You see a whole bunch of different things. And you guys kind of feel around for a little bit. And everybody roll a d4 for me.
A D4, okay.
A D4?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a one.
I didn't make enough items for this, so I only
Baby.
have 4 for each of you.
Is this the one roll you told us we were gonna make today?
No. I forgot about this one.
You liar, you lying son of a gun.
Full of garbage.
You dumb poopy head.
Roll those
That's
D4, baby.
I rolled a 2. I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2?
I
Alright,
rolled a
hold on.
1.
Jesse?
1.
1? Okay. This is great. I love this.
We all got the crap ones.
No. This is very fun. Okay. Jesse, I'll say yours first. You actually walk by and you see this you walk by this one pedestal, and you kind of hear you don't hear a whisper, but you kind of feel a whisper, and you kind of turn your head at a sharp turn, and you see this brick. And it's just a plain looking brick.
Come on, no. I'm not walking out of here with a brick. Don't you do this to me,
It's a
O'Neill.
plain looking brick, but you kind of turn away from it, and you kind of walk around for a little bit, and you kind of nothing really seems to poke out to you, but you walk up and you see this sword, and it looks like just a plain looking sword. It doesn't seem like anything strange about it. But then you as you go to like kind of lift the capsule off this sword, you feel a weight in your pocket.
Wait, capsule? Do you mean like sheath or?
No. There's like these domes. These
okay,
glass domes over all these. But then you go
Okay,
to like
so I
reach,
feel a weight in my pocket and it's the brick. Got it.
yeah you reach in and you pull out and it is the brick. This brick has magically come up in
Great.
your pocket.
You have been
Great.
chosen.
And I don't know if you guys remember this from my summer game, but this is the brick of returning.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, my character
Yes.
had brick
Yeah,
of,
your
had
character
the brick
had
of
it.
returning.
Yeah, so once you can once per encounter you can make a double attack with this, where you throw it and it returns to you and you can throw it again. This is
it.
once per round.
Wes has crazy deja vu
Why would Wes have deja vu?
It's just
because
it's just
it's
a weird
made after.
feeling, you know?
Okay,
You
yeah,
don't
no, he has
necessarily
crazy
have
deja vu.
experience.
It's just a weird feeling. He hasn't seen the brick
Yeah, that's
before.
fair. Hold on, I forgot to put this item in.
He's also snickering. He sees that you have a brick and he's
Well,
laughing.
I think you're busy feeling your own thing. Cash.
What item did
Oh, okay.
Lacuna have in that game? I don't remember.
I think it was just a knife.
Yes.
Or
Actually,
something like
yes.
that. It's something really simple.
Cash, what did you roll?
A 1.
A 1. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. This is actually perfect. Because this is what Lacuna had.
Nice.
Cash, you walk over and you see this weird knife. It's a dagger, but it has this weird kind of inscription on it. And it when you're looking at it, you feel kind of sick. You kind of feel sickly. But it seems
So
to be
now
like
you're gonna carry it around with
calling
you
to
forever.
you. And as you grab it, the dwarvish woman looks up at you and goes, "Oh, that one called to you, did it? That's a very dangerous item. I would be careful with it. That is the dagger of exponential poison. Depending on how hard you hit a target, it'll do that much poison damage to it and continue to poison it until, well, the poison wears off eventually." But
I don't remember Lacuna having a dagger.
you
this
didn't
epic.
use this item, but this is the dagger of exponential poison. So
Okay.
when you attack with it, you can
I think she was like a magic-y person, so I didn't really need a dagger.
when you attack with this thing, you do damage, and then depending on how much damage you do, it'll do lesser amount of that damage up until the damage is done. So if you do a bigger hit with it, it will do more poison damage up until the poison runs out.
Okay. So is there a finite number of poison in the blade itself?
No. It just emanates this like weird energy.
Okay, so more damage, more poison.
Yep.
So, and I feel
I'll get you going.
nauseous when I hold this.
You kind of felt nauseous for a little bit, but once you picked it up, you felt fine.
How's the balance?
Oh, it's got a good grip to it.
That's it.
Got a good weight to it. It's about a pound.
Can I read the
It's a big
inscription?
knife. It
I
gibberish
think
to
it's
you.
in Phaeton.
Not even in. You actually take it over to the dwarvish woman, and she goes, I don't know that language. Maybe the guide might be able to.
How about
might be
the
able to
guy
help you.
who knows 6,000 dead languages?
Yeah, he might be able to help you out.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say that out loud. I was just being
Just being an asshole.
Wes, what did you roll? Yeah, Wes.
2.
Which one is that? Hold on, let me.
Oh yeah, what is he gonna get?
Wes, you see this like black circle kind of it's spinning around in this thing and
You get a literal black hole.
yeah, you feel it kind of call to you a little bit.
Wait, what is it?
Yeah, it's just this black circle. It's yeah. You go in and you pick up this dome off of it, and it seems to be shimmering with this darkness. And you walk it over to the dwarvish woman, and she goes, "Oh, you got the hole. That's a strange
The
one of these."
hole.
Yeah. Go ahead and throw it on the ground over there. And she points to like an empty space where there's nothing on there. And you toss it on the ground, and it creates a hole. It's a 10-foot deep hole. Just there.
He looks into it and he goes, "Where does it go?"
I believe it goes into some kind of pocket dimension in Fayton. I'm not quite sure. If you want more information about it, you can ask one of our scientists. I don't quite know.
You can ask the tooltip in front of the dome.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure about what exactly that is.
He's still looking down. He's like right at the edge, like leaning over, like kind of looking at it. He's like, "So you wouldn't recommend jumping into it?"
Oh no, you could jump into it. I've
Can
seen.
I push him in?
Sure, make an attack. It's just you're not gonna take any damage from it, but
14.
Wes, what's your AC?
Well, my AC is 12, but I'm gonna use the spell Shield as a reaction, and that's a 17.
Okay, yeah. As you're
Okay.
about to as you see Julie kind of running at you, and you kind of you put this force field up around you, and Julie kind of just runs into it.
And he goes,
going
"I
ghost!"
barely know you."
She
And
said
we're
it
doing
was
practical
safe.
jokes already? All right.
I'm going ghost, and I jump in.
Cash, you jump in. Make a dexterity check for me, just to see. It is
Okay.
10 feet deep after L.
Let's see. Well, you know what? Okay, that is just a general dexterity just check.
Yeah.
Okay, that is going
If you want to do
be-
acrobatics, you can. Yeah, that works. Acrobatics
Okay.
or
That
any of those.
is 17.
17.
Nice.
Yeah. You
That's
kind
a
of
good
you
roll.
you jump in, and then you do like a couple flips, and you land on your feet, and you kind of look
How
around,
big
and it's
is-
just darkness.
How big is the hole around?
It's 5 feet around.
Oh, so it's not like there's not like
Wes
gonna be like
picks
an
up
echo.
the hole. Well, Wes
So
is
it-
well, Cash is
While
inside
Cash
there.
is in it.
Yes.
Yeah, you pick up the hole and you kind of fold
Do
it
I
back.
like?
Can
I
you
can
like
actually
hear
just.
my
How do I
little
do
voice
it? How
coming
do I
out?
pick up the hole?
You just peel it off the ground.
And it shrinks.
Yep. You peel it off, and you kind of it folds up.
It's folded
Yeah, and you
up
actually
and
kind of. Yeah,
it's
it
like
kind
the
of.
size of like a coaster, like a drink coaster.
Yeah, when you fold it up, it's about about the size of the palm of your hand. And you can actually hear Cash shouting from inside of like, "Help me!" And Cash, it's just pitch black in here. It's just dark. You
Yeah,
can't see
he
yourself.
throws it back on the ground.
Yeah. And I guess the Scarlet walks over and throws down a rope for you to jump out of.
It's like gym class. You gotta scale your way out.
Thank you.
So-
I tried to scale it. No problem.
And Scarlet goes, "Now, I would not recommend putting that in a bag of holding. Apparently, strange things happen when you do that. We've heard people getting transported to the spirit realm. We've heard people just appear in Fayton. We heard, well, we didn't hear about it, but we kind of assumed that somebody got transported to the Outlands. So, not a great
What
thing.
are the Outlands?
Oh, You must have not been paying attention. The Outlands are...
Oh, sorry.
No. This is... You probably wouldn't have gotten the same spiel as the other one, but she goes, well, the Outlands are the places where human stories go, and they... well, not necessarily just human stories, but mainly human stories go and live, per se.
Remember, it was
It's a
the
strange
place
world.
where Michael was talking about how we have to protect Fayton from getting here because otherwise more stories will go around and that'll create more Outland stuff.
Oh, right.
Fuel. Yeah.
The vicious
Yeah.
cycle.
Yeah.
Rock, paper,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then the Outland, you have to protect Phaeton from the Outlands because if an Outlander gets through Phaeton, they can get to Gaia, all that stuff. She goes, yeah, I would not recommend putting that in a bag of holding, but I guess it's your prerogative. I would say it's very dangerous, though, and don't do it in the facility if you don't mind. And she kind of walks away and starts talking to some of the other people. You see Jordan, actually. He actually gets this cool wand. It's like this black wand that kind of zigzags. And he kind of shows off with it a little bit to his compatriots.
Is he the asshole? Is he the guy? Is he my rival? Who is?
Yeah, he's Michael's other subordinate.
Jordan. Okay, I just needed I need that name for my notes so I can remember it.
He's
People
younger
on
than you.
my
He looks
shit
like he's like 18, 19 at the most.
Wes looks down at the ring and he goes, I wonder what would happen if I threw it on a person.
Yeah, that'd be something weird. So yeah, you guys finish up there. You get your items. She goes, now we're gonna take a trip to Phaeton. And you see a couple of people.
Wait, I want to... Where do I exchange money first?
Huh?
I want to exchange money.
Yeah, can we
Okay,
go to the,
yeah.
can we go to the vault?
We already went to Phaeton.
Oh my god.
She goes, well, I mean, you might have gone before, but these two doesn't seem like they've ever taken a trip to Phaeton.
Yeah,
so.
dude, can you, like, let us have some fun?
Can I go, like, get...
Well, we're kind of on a tight schedule, so unfortunately you can't go right now. But,
Okay, then I'm not going back to Phaeton then.
Unfortunately, it is a part of the orientation, so
I'm
you
gonna
must.
turn around and walk in the other direction.
She kind of runs up to you and kind of stands in front of you, and she says, unfortunately, listen, miss, I know there's a lot of things here that you want to explore, but
No, I'm ready for bed.
unfortunately, this is a critical part of your
Now
orientation.
look, I've already been.
I find that hard to believe. You're one. I see your file here. You're Julie, is it? Yes. You are one of the.
Yeah, a friend took me. It's all right.
Well, unfortunately, we need everyone to go at the same time so we can check.
Well, I want money then. Can I go exchange my money?
She kind of sighs and she says, "How much do you need?"
I don't know, like $50, right?
I got 20 on me. I got 20 in gold.
Cool. How much is the exchange rate?
I'll just give you $20 in gold, and then she gives you 2
I'm
gold
not
coins.
gonna just take $20 from you.
Well, she takes the 20 that you have
Alright, cool.
and gives you 2 pieces of gold.
Thanks, mate.
And she goes, all right, now everybody, if you don't mind, we're going to take a trip over to the portal. And she actually takes you guys to down the hall into a different portal. This one's a lot bigger. The one that Michael took you seemed to be like a more personal portal. This one's about the size of a whole room, like a big portal. And you guys walk through. You guys walk through, and you're in a different part of Phaeton. This part is a little bit more flat. It's a more it's less trees around and more just like grassland, a flat plain. And she goes, now I know you all went through your different methods to get here, but we need to make sure that all of you can stand up to the trials of Phaeton. So unfortunately, you do have one more thing. Now you do have your items with you, so well, good luck. And she taps the staff on a ground, and you guys see all around you. You see these clockwork machines kind of start putting themselves together, kind of growing out of these circles in the ground, these metal circles in the ground. And you guys see different crazy monsters. You see like an 8-foot tall spider, and you guys see an illithid. Wes, you know what an illithid is. Actually, roll an Arcana check, see if you know what an illithid is.
13.
Yeah, I'll say that. You do it. You see this tentacled monster with this humanoid tentacle monster, all made out of this like clockwork machinery, mind you. But this tentacled monster, and you guys get this thing, and it starts pulling itself together, and it has all these tentacles, and it begins to pull itself together. And Michael, make a nature check actually.
God damn it, his name is Wes.
Or Wes, sorry. Wes, let's make a nature check.
Thank you, Olivia. I much
You're
appreciate
welcome.
that. 9.
9. Yeah, you don't really know what this is, but you know it's a big and bad. And you see this large monster climb up, and it has these hundreds of legs, and it has these tentacles and this pronged maw, and it almost looks like a giant centipede. And it kind of it forms in front of you three, and kind of roars, lifts its head back and roars, and charges.
He looks back at Scarlet while this is happening. He's like, "This is a joke, right? This is like hazing. Like they're gonna collapse. Like when they we already did a test. Like why is there another one?"
Unfortunately, no. And she actually takes a
This
step
is
back
a
to the
stupid-
portal, and the portal deactivates.
Right as she leaves, he goes, "This is a stupid organization."
Let's roll initiative.
I'm inclined to agree.
Hello, this is your DM here, back at you again with another mid-episode break. Sorry for how terrible this sounds right now, but I am currently without my microphone. To apologize for DM stands for Dean Myers, Walter Dean Myers, but only the last part. Sorry for this bad audio, and sorry for the next bad audio you're about to hear. I'm currently without my microphone, and the studio mics that we were using cut out midway through on this recording. So you hear a slight, it's not anything too bad, audio change I'm halfway through this next part, only for about 20 minutes or so. But keep tweeting about the show using the hashtag YMBW. That's a hashtag sign for you young folks, or a number sign for you older ones. And then YMBW, that's the letter YMBW. And we'll tweet your name. Sure, I'll tweet your name this time around. Only this time. Only if you do it for this episode. You have to tweet it using the hashtag YMBW. And then you have to say hashtag this episode for me to tweet your name back at you. But also tweet about the show, and we'll read your name on an episode. We're kind of on a little bit of a recording hiatus. Tyler's currently out in London, so all you London fans can go kiss him on his lips. And but thanks again for listening to the show, and go check out our coffee. And I think that's it. I'll let you get back to it. And now.
All right, first up is Wes. This thing is charging right at you. It's got its pronged maw pointed right at your direction. What do you do?
He sighs and goes, "God damn it." And he tries to cast the spell Chromatic Orb. I think that's what happens. But
Okay.
he's very rusty, and he does not have that spell. And he instead casts the spell Chaos Bolt, which is a similar spell, but it's an untamed version of Chromatic Orb.
Yeah, we see Wes he forms this chromatic orb in his hands, and he kind of pushes it off, but it's the magic is unstable, and it kind of starts crackling off, and instead of like being this perfectly arcane sphere, it actually turns into this like wicked bolt of energy, and it blasts this creature. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Do you want me to pop off the spell for you, because it's kind of complicated?
No, I read through it.
I mean, just for the audience, I was thinking.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Well, roll and see if it hits first, wise guy.
That's a nat 20, motherfucker.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead and read off that spell.
You hurl an undulating, warbling mass of chaotic energy at one creature in range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 2d8 plus 1d6 damage. Choose one of the d8s. The number rolled on that die determines the attack's damage type as shown below. And there's a table. And if the d8s match, it chains and bounces to another person. So I'm going to roll 2d8s and a d6.
Holy shit.
That's a 5 damage, 10 damage, and it's fire damage.
Okay. Yeah, you blast this thing with you said fire damage?
Yes.
This thing have a resistance to fire damage? Let me see. No, okay. Yeah. You blast this thing with this. You were trying to like channel this fiery chromatic orb, and it just ended up turning into just a massive fire blast. And how much damage did you say you did?
10 damage.
10 damage. Cool. Yeah, it gets this thing, and it heats up the metal on this thing, and you see a couple like little tiny sprockets kind of fly off of this thing, but it takes the thing in a full thrall and kind of screams at you. And it's gonna charge right at you and try to bite you here. So let me roll an attack. Boy, okay, that is a 16 versus AC.
That's gonna hit, but I'm gonna use shield as a reaction.
Okay. Oh, I want you to roll two of those D10.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, two
Yeah.
D10s. Because,
Forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have had you roll one when Julie tried to push you off, but that was just kind of for fun.
6, and for the shield is a 4.
Okay. Yeah. Nothing happens. But this thing, yeah, it tries to grab around you. Mark off those spell slots. I think you're probably running pretty low now.
I technically have 2 left.
Did you count the one that you used
I have
Julie?
spell points.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
Points,
shit.
BB.
I forgot about that. I have 1 left.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, so you have one left there. By the way, I don't know if we mentioned this, but your bonus action would be to change those sorcerer points into spell slots.
Yeah.
So that uses your bonus action if you ever want to use your bonus action. But it tries to grab at you. But then so its maw can't get at you, so it's gonna try to swipe at your feet with one of its tentacles.
A double attack. That's not cool.
And I rolled a critical 1, so it's just it's there gnawing at you.
I rolled a nat 20 on attack. Does that do double damage? I just
double
realized.
dice damage, yeah.
Oh, so then 20. I did 20 damage to it.
20 damage. Okay, yeah. You see a couple more sprockets kind of fly off that thing.
Smell like
you guys
Jesus.
You guys kind of see in the corner, you see this like big multi-eyed thing kind of floating at Jordan's team, and you see that tall woman pull out this massive sword from seemingly nowhere and charge at it. And it is
It's the monster.
Jesse, your turn.
Right? Oh, okay.
The monster just went. It just tried to eat
Oh,
Wes.
okay. I'm gonna throw the brick at it, I guess.
Okay. Yep. You throw the brick at it. Go ahead and make a ranged attack.
8.
8.
Do I include dex in that or no?
Yeah, it should be 2 plus your proficiency modifier plus your dexterity.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You should be really good at throwing things. So it should be 6
It's gonna
plus
be
whatever.
13 actually.
Or 13. 13? Unfortunately, that still doesn't hit. So you throw the brick at it, and it just kind of clunks off this thing. It doesn't really pay much mind to you. But then the brick returns right in your hand, so you can go ahead and make another attack if you like.
I'm gonna throw the brick at it.
Okay, yeah, you throw the brick at it again. Go ahead and make another attack.
That is gonna be a 24.
24. Yeah, you throw this thing really hard at it. Roll. What did I have for the brick? Roll. Roll 1d8 plus 3. And write that down for me, would you? And it's bludgeoning damage.
I don't think I've ever really rolled a d8 before.
You haven't for Thunderwave? That's usually what you roll it for.
5. I might have. Well, not in
5?
a long time.
Is that with the
then.
plus 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you clunk at this thing, and it takes a little you see more sprockets kind of fly off this thing. Cash, your turn.
Okay, I just want to say that, so last session I fucked up, and I said it was a 1d8 for unarmed strikes because I thought monks were special, but they're not. It is the 1d4. I misread
1d4.
martial
Okay,
arts.
yeah, that's what I thought. I was gonna check you after the session. But I was
Immensely.
gonna call you out on it.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry about that.
It's fine. That wasn't inconsequential.
Yeah.
But you have you can use your
monk weapon, and I can use
monk
second
weapon
weapon.
and
Yeah.
another attack. Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. So I am going to...
Now you did use your key point for the day.
yeah, I did. Yeah, I used that.
Do you only get 1 or you get 2?
I have
one?
2. I have 2.
You have 2? Okay, so you have 1 more left.
Yeah, so I am going to two-handed bring the cane down up on this thing's head.
Okay, that's two-handed. Go ahead and roll an attack.
That is a 23 to hit.
23? Yeah, that hits.
Look at us rolling when it matters.
Go ahead and roll your, I think it's one, yeah, roll
It's
your
a
D8.
D8 for the cane, yeah.
Yep.
Not shitty die. Okay, that is 7 plus 3. That is 10. 10 points of
10.
damage.
10 damage. Ooh, you guys are
And
knocking this thing around.
after I swing the cane, I'm gonna let go with one hand and throw an elbow into this thing's face.
Okay, yeah, you go ahead and elbow it, roll another attack.
That is a 17.
17, that hits. Roll your D4.
Awesome. And that is 5 points of damage, 2 plus 3.
2 plus 3. I can't do math. Yeah, you knock this thing, and you actually see one of the sprocket tentacles kind of fall off and kind of clunk to the ground. Next up is Wes. Your turn.
Okay.
This thing is right up on you, by the way. Its maws are just kind of chomping at you.
Centipede boy?
Centipede boy, yeah. It's like around your force field, and it's trying to get a grab at your face.
I want to throw the hole. It's just called the hole, right?
Yeah.
I want to throw it at its mouth. I want to like put it on its like a nose
Okay.
or whatever, like on its. Like I just want to slap it on its face.
Yeah, you throw this thing at it. I probably should have told you this beforehand. That's not my fault. I mean, that's not completely fair to you. But you throw it at it, and it doesn't really find purchase on it. But then it kind of bounces off and lands on the ground next to it.
Oh, well. Okay.
The hole can't be used on living things. It
Living
can only be used
things.
on.
Well,
yeah.
this isn't living, is it?
Well,
is it?
If you think about
That's
it,
the concept.
it has-
now we're getting into.
you don't
some
know that it has. It
ethical-
might have a soul. You just haven't asked. You haven't asked about its feelings. You haven't asked about what it does. It might have a whole job. Its job might be eating you.
Its job
You
is
never
to
know.
kill us, yeah, so...
All right, so I'm gonna pick up the hole and blast it with a minor hex and try and back off of it. Like I need to get away.
Okay.
Back
Yeah. Roll. Well, I don't. Yeah, I gotta stick to this. Minor hex only works on small electronics. This is definitely not a small electronic, and it's also made of this this time clock machinery. Minor hex just bounces right off of it. Nothing happens. And
Still, I'm gonna move
that's
away
actually your action.
so that it's not trying to eat me through my shield.
You're gonna what?
I still need to get back off so it's not trying to eat me through my shield.
So you try to move away?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say that hex attempt was your battle action, but you can move if you wanted to.
Yeah, I need to get away. I'm.
Where do you move to? Your right or left?
What you said there was an eye creature? There's
Yeah. So
older
on
near
your
me?
like four battles down, you just kind of spotted Jordan's team, and you actually see now CK Walters. He pulls out this like weird sword. It's just kind of like it when you look at it, you kind of get hypnotized for a little bit, but then you kind of snap out of it real fast, and he lunges at this multi-eyed creature.
Oh, so we're each fight. So all the groups essentially are fighting
Different monsters.
different monsters. Okay.
You actually see in the sky, you see this like weird winged thing, and it kind of sprays down acid down at this other group.
All right. Then I'm just gonna back straight back.
Okay. You run back and kind of actually make us you managed to wriggle out. This thing was like grabbing on your shield, so you kind of drop the shield and run back. And now it's this turn. This thing is gonna try to still bite at you. You took like the biggest hit on it, so it's really gonna try to get a bite at you. That is 18 versus AC.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
You're not gonna use your shield?
I wouldn't do it.
Oh, okay. It takes a big bite out you, kind of grabs around your torso, and you take 5 damage.
Ow, that hurts a lot.
It gets around your torso, and then let's see, who would it? Cash. It's gonna use one of its tentacles and take a swipe at your legs.
Okay.
11 versus AC.
That misses 14.
Yeah. It swings, but you manage to jump over it, kind of jump rope style. And it is your turn, Jesse.
So does the brick only return once? Is it?
Yeah, you can only once per round, so you can do it again.
So let's brick it up, baby. It's gonna be a 24 again, actually.
24, yeah, that hits. Roll d8 plus 3, I think I said.
6.
6 damage. Okay, yeah, you see more clockwork flying. This thing is not doing too hot.
Can I use an action surge?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah.
Ooh, hell yeah!
So the brick returns once per round, so it's just returned, correct?
Yes. So the way the brick works is that if you miss, you get another chance. Essentially, advantage on an attack.
But it still returns, though.
yeah,
right?
you still return, so you can still use it again. You can still throw it.
Okay, so let's do that. 11.
No, unfortunately,
Okay.
that doesn't hit. Yeah, you throw the brick again, and it just kind of.
But because
it
I
kinda
missed,
turns.
do I get the extra there?
Sorry, I don't remember what I scaled these things right, but I don't remember what I wrote down. It's not in my notes here. I think it might be actually the brick of returning only happens once per encounter, because I think giving you an advantage every round would be a lot. So I think it's once per.
Okay,
encounter.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll double check and let you know next session. But yes, you throw it at it and it bounces off and doesn't do much on that one. Olivia, your turn.
All right, cool. I am going to. What do I want to do here? What I didn't get the stats for the perpetual poisoning knife. Is it
So
just like
it does it, and
regular
then
dagger?
it's a regular dagger, and I'll give you the damage. I believe is also a D8 plus 2 piercing.
Oh, sick. All right, cool. So it's a D8 plus 2 piercing. All right, cool. So I'm gonna take that and I'm just gonna whip it at it. I'm gonna try to aim for like an eye or like a soft squishy part. That's
Okay, it's all made of clockwork,
Oh shit! Yeah, right.
but you can go ahead
yeah.
and stab at it.
I'm gonna try to like get it in like a gear or something.
Yeah.
Oh, why the fuck am I doing this? Because it's fucking metal and poison. Doesn't make no fucking sense. All right. Well, that's what I said.
Yep.
My
Go ahead.
hand has left the piece. That is using Dex, I'm assuming. That is 14.
14. Unfortunately, that does not hit. So it kind of you throw it at one of the gears and it kind of tings off the side of it and lands on the ground right next to you. You can pick it up. But yeah, that's it. And Wes, your turn again. This thing is got you. Actually, make a strength. We're gonna make a strength check.
Oh, that's an 8.
Ooh, yeah, it's got you grabbed in its mouth. Actually, it's got you gummed up there. So you're gonna have to figure out a way to get out of that.
He goes, let's try this again. And he reaches down its throat and casts Chaos Bolt inside of it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say you have advantage on the attack.
Using this is the last spell slot using.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that
his
D10,
sorcerer
baby.
points. Roll that first.
Yeah. Oh, no. Go ahead and roll to see if you hit. I mean, it doesn't matter. You have to do both.
13 on the first one, and 10 on the set, so 13.
Unfortunately, no, that does not hit.
Inside of it, I'm reaching inside of it.
Yeah, you
Anything
try to
coming out
call
of my
for the
hand.
you try to call for the magics, and it kind of it sees what you're trying to do, and it actually closes its it has these like proboscis on the inside, and it kind of closes its inside mouth, kind of to prevent the thing.
I rolled a 7 on the D10, by the way. so
Okay.
that-
Yeah. So no bad things. Let's see. Yeah. So next up is it. It's gonna try to bite at you again, and since you said you have its hand in its mouth, it's gonna roll with advantage as well.
I'm in its mouth, aren't I?
Yeah. It's gonna try to crush you. Try to do math in my head. Can't do it. 17.
Yeah, that does
That
it.
hits. Okay. Oh, that's not bad. You take 4 points of damage.
Tasty.
Wes, you're probably not doing so hot, are you?
No, I have 1 hit point left.
Oh
So-
boy.
Oh,
it's
sick.
gonna
You're
use
the
its,
one who
uh,
attacked the sorcerer. You attacked the magic boy.
Well,
so.
you heard it real
Well-
bad. I'll tell you that much.
Well, that's
Um,
what I'm supposed to do.
No, that's
And-
fair. No, that's completely fair. You heard it.
That is, in fact, how the game works.
Jesse, it sees you throwing this brick at it. It's gonna try to use one of its tentacles and hit you. Oh, Jesse, it crit.
Oh, fuck.
Boy. So it does 9 points of damage to you. And your legs are kind of swooped up from under you. You're not prone, but you're knocked down. So, yeah, you're gonna have to. Standing up is half your movement.
Got it.
So yeah, and next up is you. So what do you do?
You being me?
Sorry, Jesse.
No. I'm gonna.
Jesse, okay.
I'm gonna stand up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tackle it.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a
Strength contest.
strength. Oh, you're gonna try to like. Oh, okay. You're gonna try to like flip it upside down or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make a strength. We'll make a strength contest together.
That's an unnatural 20.
That is a 9. So yeah, you managed to. You see Julie's like muscles like. And like her legs flex against the ground, and she's leaning up against this thing, and as she like ran in it, used its force and pushed it over, and for Wes it's not probably pretty great because this thing still has you in its mouth, so now you're upside down as well, but now this thing is upside down and prone. Olivia, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna take my. I'm gonna use my blade of perpetual poison, and I'm gonna try to jump up and get like towards like the belly and just try to like just stick it in there.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make an attack with advantage because it's prone.
Oh hell yes! All right, that is a 16. That is 21.
Yeah, that hits. You stab in it. Roll a d8 plus 2.
D8 plus 2. D8 plus 2. D8. That's the periods glued together. That is 7 plus 2. That's 9 damage.
9 damage. Yeah, you stab into it, and this thing has been like covered with this like very slight. You could barely notice it, but this white aura, kind of holding all these machine pieces together. That way you stab it, it kind of turns purple a little bit, and then green. And yeah, you said how much damage?
That it was 9.
9 damage. Yeah, this thing is like shuddering, and like sparks are starting to fly off this thing. It is not looking great.
Cool. So is there a way that like I can use my unarmed like attack, like bonus attack, and just like punch the blade itself and like get that momentum to just sort of drive it further in?
Yeah, sure.
Just with like that yeah. So
yeah, okay. I see what you're doing.
Yeah, just like hammer it in with my fist. Cool. Let's see if that works. That is going to be 16.
16. Yep, that hits. Go ahead and roll your d4 damage, and I'll add it on to the poison damage the exponential poison.
All right, that is 2. And do I get the strength added to that? I think I do.
No, you do not.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
So it's just 2 for right now.
It's looking like you don't, so no.
Okay.
Yeah, but you do 2 points of damage?
Yes.
You strike this thing hard, and it just looks like it's shuddering right now. It's like you see like clockwork kind of spewing off this thing. It looks like it's about to explode.
Cool.
And I'm inside of it.
Yeah, and Wes, it's your turn. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna use my movement to get off of it, even if that's an opportunity attack, but I just want to get off of it so, I don't explode and die.
Yeah, it will get an opportunity attack at you. Let's see if it gets it. 22.
Well,
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no,
I'd
doesn't
assume
hit it
so.
up.
Yeah. As you're like you try to do like a backflip off of it as it like shuddering and it trying to explode. And one of the tentacles kind of lashes out at you as you jump away from it, and it does. Oof. It does. What is that? 6 points of damage.
Oof.
As it like slaps you out of the air and you land on the ground.
Oof.
Wes, it's your turn. You're in this thing's mouth, and it's about to explode.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of there. I'm gonna leave.
Okay. You make a strength. We're gonna make a strength check.
12. But I think I'm gonna tell me if that wins first.
That does not do it. So yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna use my wild mage ability.
Your
to
wild
reroll.
mage luck, not not the D6 luck, which you guys could always
Oh,
roll.
well, see, now that's a 6. So maybe I will be rolling actual luck here?
Okay, go ahead and roll luck.
Oh, yeah, see, now that's a 1.
Oh boy, Tyler. I'm so glad
playing
I
a new
made this in
character
time for
then,
this.
I guess?
Tyler, roll 2d10 for me. And tell me the first number and tell me the second number.
6, 3.
6 and 3. You guys see Tyler trying to he's like shimmering, trying to fight out of this thing's mouth. And it kind of you see, sorry, Wes rather, and he's like pushing, and you see him trying to he actually kind of reaches out for a spell, but instead of reaching out for a spell, Tyler, roll another 2d10 for me.
That's a 1 and a 10.
1 and a 10. Okay.
I call that 11.
Yeah, you see him like shaking and trying to, and then you see him turn into a cat.
Oh, Tyler?
I have made a bad wild magic table for
Oh, you
Wes.
did that?
Yeah.
I was just looking at the regular magic table, and I was like,
No,
What?
I made a bad one. If you roll bad on luck, I will make you roll twice on the bad magic table, and I will take the worst result. Luckily, the other one wasn't as nearly as bad. Yeah, you see him turn into a little kitty cat, and
What color cat?
he's a little brown cat. Almost Siamese.
Tiny.
what am I? What color am I?
He's a Siamese.
You're like a brown cat, not Siamese per
Brown.
se, but like that kind of color.
Like a tan cat.
But your cat form does fall out of the mouth of this thing and kind of spins around and kind of falls back. And yeah, you're out of this thing's mouth. I guess that wouldn't be your. Actually, that would be your action. Trying to make a strength check. Tyler and Jesse make dexterity saving throws. Tyler, I'm going to send you the stats for a cat.
Oh, cool.
This is the greatest thing that's ever happened.
Luckily, dexterity is cat's strong suit.
5.
Oh, see, now that's a nat 1.
Oh,
Jesus H. Christ.
I love this game.
We gathered
Oh,
here
boy.
today to remember our friend Tyler Kakara.
This thing explodes.
Well, that means, well, it's been fun.
Oh boy!
I'm gonna go find an all-night dice store and
Now
buy
you are
some new ones.
now this is technically a polymorph, so you would transform back into you. So your normal human form. This explosion hits you guys. You guys take
Doesn't have to go against my AC or anything.
No, it was a dexterity check. You guys take 7 damage.
Okay.
So Tyler,
Nice.
you actually take 5 because the cat has 2 hit points. But that still puts you under.
I was at full health as a cat, though.
Yes.
Okay. Weird, but okay.
Yeah. That's how polymorph works. You
That's
turn
how cats
into
work.
that polymorph.
That's how cats work. You should
That's how
have
cats work specifically.
They're always start at full health. They always land at full health.
So yes, you
I'm
are
gonna
now
have to start
you, but you
making
are
some
unconscious.
death saves.
Yeah, you're gonna start making death saves in a little bit. The battlefield is kind of chaotic. But you guys are out of initiative as of now. You guys aren't really in the range of any of these other things. These other things seem to be targeting their specific groups.
Do you guys pick up my limp cat body? Oh wait,
Yeah,
no, I'm a
sure.
No,
person
you're
again.
back into your regular person now.
So are we out of initiative?
Yes.
Sick. I'm gonna go run over to Wes, and I'm gonna see if I can do if I can figure out what the fuck, how can I help it? Basically,
Yeah,
just trying to
he's
stabilize him.
torn. He's tattered. He's torn. His actually his cool. What did you have like a cool jacket? That's all torn up right now.
I was wearing like a suit, like a suit
Your
with no tie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Your suit's all
no.
burnt up. You actually see comically one of those little pieces of flame is still stuck on his hair. Yeah, Tyler, go ahead and make me a death saving throw. You gotta roll a d20 and
I don't add anything.
gotta get
to it,
above a
right? It's
10.
like a straight roll.
No, just straight roll.
14.
Okay, yeah, that's one success.
Right.
Somebody
Can I
want
try to stabilize him?
Yeah, roll medicine.
Okay, cool. And that's a D20.
Yeah, if you.
natural 20.
Okay, so that actually, so the way medicine works is you can substitute one death save for trying to use medicine on them. If you roll a critical fail, that counts as a fail towards them. But otherwise, if you roll above, I think it's I want to say 10. If you roll above a 10, so 11 or higher, it counts as a success. But if you roll a natural 20, it counts as 2 successes. So you are stabilized. You see Cash kind of running over, and he's like doing comically CPR, although you think that maybe just like you had something stuck up your throat maybe and kind of cough up something. And you see Wes kind of rise. Julie, what do you do?
Oh, I'm not rise. I'm
not-
still
I'm
on.
not
Oh, no,
really
you're still on the ground.
Stable.
No, you're conscious now. You're just at 0 hit points. Or 1 hit point. Sorry.
Oh, is that what happens when you
Yeah.
go stable?
Yeah. You get to 1 hit point.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm gonna shout. Hey, we did it!
I cough up a furball.
Yeah, you cough up a furball, and you see that the other groups are actually starting to wind down their battles. You see, one group is actually like completely unconscious, and you see the portals open back up, and you see a medic team kind of rushing around, and you see them. Julie, roll perception for me.
Why do you ask me these things? That's an 8.
Okay, never mind. You don't notice. The rest of you guys know. Actually, everybody roll perception. Why not?
That is 16.
18.
Okay.
Now
yeah,
I
you,
rolled
you,
well.
You two notice that.
I had like 7 under 5 rolls in a row.
You guys notice that these medics are running around, and like the unconscious people, they're handing them these beans, these dark beans, and they're the same ones that I don't know if Julie's shown you, but they're the same ones that Julie has, and they're beans of healing. And one of the medics sees that you're laying on the ground, Wes, and kind of helps pick you up and gives you one of the beans. So go ahead and roll 2d6.
2, 5.
Yeah, so you're here for
7.
9 points of damage.
Okay, then
And you gotta-
I'm back at full health.
Yeah, you got that good
Because I
bean
only
energy
have
in
10
you.
hit points.
Woof. Did you not roll? Did you not get extra hit
Yeah, I
points?
started at 6.
That's right. Oof. Oof. Okay.
Welcome to Magic, boys.
Yeah. I forgot. Oatmeal's kind of.
And I have no
tank.
constitution. I'm not just. We have
Yeah,
0
zero.
constitution, so
Yeah,
I
you
don't have
need
any
a-
bonuses to
You need
the
to go out
health.
drinking, bud.
Health.
Yeah. So you guys, your battle's whittled down. You guys actually take a look at some of these other groups. You see the dark elf and the gnome. When I say dark elf, by the way, I mean he's brown skin. He's not like one of the dark elves from like the Underdark or wherever have
It's
you.
not like a drow, yeah.
Yeah. And the gnome, the gnome is actually healing one of the cuts he has on the elf has on his arm, and you see the big boy Guntar. He's just kind of sitting there with his big club just kind of draped over his shoulder. He looks bored, but also pleased. You see Jordan's team. They're actually just sitting around in a circle talking with each other. It seems like they handled whatever threat they were given. And yeah, what do you guys do?
You alright, pal?
I hate this organization. I'm still on the ground. I'm lying on my back.
Oh, so you lied
with my
back
eyes
down
closed.
again. Okay.
Yeah, you can tell me more about it later, and I'm gonna try to like get like his arm up over my shoulder.
Okay, yeah, you hoist him up. Julie, what do you do?
I'm not really gonna do anything. I'm just kind of watching, honestly.
Okay. Yeah. You watch your teammates. You see Cash kind of pick up Wes. Yeah. You guys walk back to the portal, and she goes. You see Scarlet. She's standing there now. She was actually helping out as well. She's also in her medic garb now. I think she probably went and changed, figuring that you guys would probably need it. And she goes, "Well, y'all did
Fuck you!" And
Oh.
he keeps walking. He walks right by her.
Oh, well, there's no need for that. It was just part of your test, but y'all did pretty well. And you walk past her through the portal into the SWAT thing. She goes, now that you all are fully initialized, I guess it's time you get your signing bonus.
Oh, nice.
Does Wes
Weird fruit
react?
funds.
Wes hears money and he kind of turns around like
You turn around and walk back through
he
the
hears
portal.
dollar signs. There's like a cha-ching.
Yeah,
Cha-ching.
yeah. Wes's eyes turn into dollar signs.
His eyes would be dollar signs.
He comically runs through the portal, and she goes, "Now it's not a huge bonus, but it is something to get you all buying some equipment and whatnot. So for your next assignments, whatever." And she hands out checks for $1,000 a piece.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah, not huge, but definitely good.
Nice.
What? Hell yeah.
Yeah. So you guys get settled down. You guys realize actually that this particular base is in the deserts of Arizona. They give you the rundown that there are like hundreds of bases around, one in every metropolitan area. And you guys are kind of initiated. You guys are placed in the Northeast right now. Who's from the Northeast? I feel like Cash is from Chicago. Jess, where are you from? Or Jewel?
Julie's from like kind of Illinois suburb.
In Illinois, that's right. Okay. Actually, she assigned you guys to the Chicago place then.
Woo,
Wes,
yeah,
you're kind of
Midwest
from everywhere. You went after the battle, like directly after she finished handing out the checks. You see Michael run up to Jordan and kind of just start chatting him up and kind of gives him a high five and he actually gives Jordan a big hug. And
Wes is from Tampa, but nobody asked, so.
Yeah. Him and Jordan kind of walk up to you, and Michael goes, I don't know if I've officially introduced you to. Wes, this is my adopted son. This is Jordan, Wes. Wes was my student for a very long time. Well,
What does Jordan look like?
I forget how I described him, but I'm gonna describe him now. He's how tall is Wes, by the way? He's taller, right?
Yeah, he's like 6 foot. Like it's like a solid 6 foot. He's
6
not.
foot?
He's not
Yeah, he's
overwhelmingly tall.
He's a little
but
bit shorter
he's
than you. He's like 5'10" maybe. Black hair, black eyes, kind of a
What the fuck? Black eyes? Is he a
dark,
demon?
Dark. He's got his eyes, his irises. He's got dark eyes. He looks fairly. He's got a couple freckles. Nothing crazy. Yeah. Just looks
Okay.
kind of plain. He kind of stares at you. He's got his eyes are kind of they kind of stare at you with an intensity that makes you a little bit uncomfortable, but nothing that like.
Does he look younger than me?
Yeah. He's 18, 19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a couple years.
So he's definitely an asshole.
Well, maybe. And he kind of just looks you up and
Stick out
down.
my hand for a handshake.
He kind of gives you one of those like limp handshakes, and he goes, "Nice to meet you."
Okay.
Hey, what's up on Cash?
He also does the same. He goes like, "Nice to meet you. I'm Jordan."
Cool.
He says, "Well, I'm gonna go. I'll see you around, I guess." And he walks through the portal into the dormitory.
Wes looks at Michael and says, "You know, you never told me you had a kid."
Well, after you left, Jordan was a troubled child, and he was with me for a long time, and he didn't have a home. He was an orphan. He was abandoned by his parents. You know the deal. I decided to give him a home. I never settled down myself, so I figured, why not adopt? And I already pretty much run a foster home as it is, so I figured keep him around, sharpen his skills, teach him the old thing. I guess you never needed that per se, but I feel like I kind of did the same for you. And he kind of gives you a little nudge.
Yeah.
Julie, roll another perception check for me. Oh God. You hear you don't notice anything, but you feel a tap on your shoulder. And it's a dragonborn person, but he kind of seems familiar. You can't quite place it. And he kind of looks at you and he goes, this might be a little bit awkward, but how's it going, Lieutenant?
I'm real sorry, but can you tell me your name again? It's been a while. I apologize.
Yeah, it's me. It's Paul. I was in your squadron.
Can I like try to recall this?
Yeah, go ahead and what would that be? That would be
History?
history. Yeah.
Look, man, I'm really just drawing a blank. Can you tell me like the years?
It was actually I worked with you on the mission that kind of got you discharged.
Can I try it again?
Yeah, go and roll with advantage. He's jogging your memory.
But she wouldn't recognize him if he's a dragon. Looks like a dragonborn.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, yeah.
7.
Okay. He kind of sighs and he goes,
Can he hold up a fake mustache?
Yeah, he kind of sighs and he gestures towards himself and he's like, I know I didn't look quite like this. And he kind of shimmers for a little bit, and then you see him fully and his uniform, and you recognize him clear as day. He was a private. He just kind of worked with you on the mission. He was there during the battle that revealed to everyone that you're colorblind.
Okay, yeah.
He goes,
Paul! And I'm gonna give him like the awkward hug with a pat on the back.
he goes, thanks, Lieutenant. Yeah, I didn't. What are you doing here? You don't possess any magical abilities. I was just working.
I don't know. I was inducted. Now I will.
I guess that's amazing. What do you
do here, Paul?
Well, I just got inducted myself.
Hey, congrats, bud. You pat on the shoulder.
Yeah, SWAT previously had me assigned as a kind of they had me do a small tenure in the U.S. Army just to keep an eye out for any magical things. But they decided to bring me on full time as SWAT. Yeah, I know that battle was insane. They still haven't caught that thing, right?
They have. Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Well.
He kind of sighs.
That's not reassuring to hear. I was hoping that someone would have taken care of that by now.
Well, you did a number on that thing, but it disappeared.
But still.
Yeah.
I mean, if I couldn't handle it, I would have thought someone more versed in magic could.
Yeah, that's the thing. That thing has actually been up SWAT's ass for a little bit. It's strange. That thing causes havoc all over the place, but it was strange to see it pop up on Gaia. It's usually a Faytonian problem. But anyway, yeah, nice to see you. I guess we'll kind of be working together a little bit at least.
That's good to hear that at least I know someone here. It's good to see you, Paul.
Yeah, same. Cash, the Jack walks up to you. He was kind of looking around. He was you see him like looking at some of these mechanical things and like writing down notes about them. And he walks over to you and goes, sorry, I have to get this voice right. Give me 1 second. I have to channel my inner smoker. He goes, you did impressive work out there. That's not what he sounds like. I'm sorry. He has a cold right now. He goes, sorry, I have a little bit of a cold coming on. Impressive work out there, Cash. I saw you do that glow thing again. What is that?
I don't know. It felt really good, though. I mean, it just kind of felt right, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we did a little bit of sparring while Michael was showing us around, and I don't know. It was just something that I just felt like I could just move a little bit. I don't know, like faster, if that makes any sense.
Huh. That's really strange. I've personally never seen any magics like that, but if it's your own style, it's your own style. But well, keep working on that. Hold on to that good feeling. I'm sure something great will come out of it.
Yeah, well, thank you, Mr. Fisher.
and he walks away, taking notes on more of these mechanical objects. Yeah, you guys walk through the portal. What's her name? The Scarlet. She says, "All right, one more thing. We're going to outfit you with nothing. You're gonna have to fight, ma'am. We're gonna outfit you with a couple of pieces of necessary equipment you'll need for your tasks. First of which are these suits," and she presses a button, and this panel kind of turns around in the wall and reveals those purple suits you guys actually saw. Yeah, she goes, "Now, these things are to protect you from anything that, any critical attacks. We know, especially on Gaia, guns tend to be a pretty big problem, and we figured..."
Yeah, could I get me a gun?
Yeah, you could buy one at the SWAT shop for sure. But these things are to protect you. Anything that goes faster than the speed of sound will be turned into a kinetic energy that spreads across your body. So when you wear these suits, it'll protect you. And she mentions for everybody to try one on. Wes, you get one.
Do they come in cool colors?
There's a purple one. There's a purple one, and there's a blue one, but it's not your size. It's much too big. But there's a purple one your size.
Is there a purple
I think they're
one?
classified by size.
Wait. Is there a purple one in my size?
Now you look around and you do find a purple one that fits exactly you.
Okay, I'm gonna take that one.
Cash, you put this on again, and you feel that constriction in it. It makes you feel not good.
No good. Wait, no good or yay good?
No good.
Yeah, no good.
No good.
Expecting
No
that.
good. Scarlet actually walks over to you and she says, "Is there a problem, miss? Or sir? Oh God. Is there a problem, sir?"
I mean, I have this muscle thing.
Cramping my style, man.
It's fine. It's just, I don't know. It just feels tight in like a weird way. I don't know. I'm not a huge,
in all
not
the
a huge
wrong
fan.
places.
Sleeves or something. I don't know. And he's kind of like flailing around in it, like trying to like find like a comfortable position where he can like get like his arms or his legs in like a comfortable kind of, I don't know, orientation. And he's just kind of like looks like he's doing like robotic aerobic moves.
Yeah, she kind of kisses her teeth and she goes, "And you're not adverse in the arcane, are you?"
Not in the slightest, I don't think anyway.
Well, we could probably figure something out, I'm sure. We'll have a couple of the technicians work on stuff. For now, you're gonna kind of be naked out there. Is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of
Not
how I
literally naked, but
do anyway. Well, can I keep the fucking sweatshirt?
Yeah, you can keep the suit for sure, but I don't want it to impede your abilities.
Yeah, I think I'm good for right now. I appreciate it though. I'll definitely keep it in a backpack or something. Do I have to dry clean
about
this?
that. And then she kind of turns to everyone. Also, you'll be fitted with your own bags of holding. She kind of looks at you, Wes, and she goes, "Again, not the smartest idea to toss that in a bag of holding." But yeah, she hands out bags of holding for everybody. And these things they're pretty deep. They go into this pocket dimension, this small pocket dimension, and it's you can probably get your whole arm down there, and it's pretty wide. It's pretty big.
Do they look like does it just look like a JanSport?
They actually have a whole bunch of different kinds. There's backpacks. There's one of them is a purse, like a clutch. Another one is you see one that's like one of those like a, what is it, messenger bag, like a messenger bag. So he hands out all those. Which ones do you guys grab? Any kind of carryable thing, they have one for. So any kind you guys want, you can have. What do you guys get?
Just like a black backpack is good for me.
Okay, yeah, you get a black backpack. Wes?
They have like a computer bag type of deal.
Yeah. You get one of those,
like a
sideways,
like an over the shoulder one strap computer.
Yeah,
bag
and she gives you like a little What do you want? A fanny pack for your circle? That's just a regular fanny pack.
No, I'm just gonna keep it in my back pocket.
Okay, yeah, you keep it in your back pocket. Jesse, what do you get?
I guess just like a big old backpack that's good for like hiking and stuff.
Okay, yeah, you get a sizable backpack. I think it can hold a little bit more than some of these other ones. And she goes, "All right, now you're gonna get your assignments to the your different locations. It seems like, oh, of course, I can't forget this." And she says, "All right, everyone, follow me." And she walks down the hall. And you guys follow, I'm assuming.
God, how fucking long is this tour? Yeah.
She walks you down the hall, and she takes you to the what did I name that guy? The
Storyteller?
the reader?
Llama?
No, no. What's the
Big
the
Daddy.
reader? Did I
Pawpaw?
call him the reader, the guide, I think the guide is what I called him. The guide, the old elvish man that stands there writing all the books.
That's llama.
Llama!
Llama, yeah, Llama the guide. Llama. She takes you to them, and she goes, all right, now it's time for your experience. It's pretty traditional for us to. Well, Llama, you take it away. And Llama goes, oh my God, this voice is hard to do. He goes, well, you see, the stories you all tell will be recounted to me, but your spirits hold your stories.
Oh.
And, well, your spirits aren't, well, you're not the first to wear your spirits,
Oh.
per se. And he motions toward the door and he goes, you all will take a trip into the spirit realm, and this is how you will learn and prepare for your missions. And he kind of takes a deep breath and walks over to the door and opens it. And you see these different sized pods. I think those floating bath things.
Like
those sensory deprivation chambers. Yeah. Like a whole bunch of different sizes of those. There's small ones. There's ones you guys' size. There's huge ones. And he moves into these and says, these will facilitate your travels to the spirit realm. And it is customary for initiates to find their avatars in the spirit realm. And Scarlet goes, yeah, so we're going to have each of you just take a quick trip into the spirit realm and find your avatars. And she motions for you guys to take a step in. Step into your pods. You lay down in it. It's not like a sensory deprivation chamber or anything. It's just like a pod that kind of has this like weird glow to it. And as you guys open your pods and lay down, you guys feel something change. You guys, it gets dark and it kind of feels like you're sleeping, except for you're very conscious, but you kind of lose all your senses for a moment, and then you guys awake. And Wes, you awake, but you're not Wes. You're Gimel the Great, the tiefling sorcerer of your world. And Cash, you're not Cash. You are Garnog the Great, the powerful and secretive rogue. And Julie, you're not Julie. You're, well, Clarissa, the powerful sword fighter. And you guys are sitting around a campfire with your elf friend and the small halfling. And then you guys are out.